Welcome. Today we're taking a hard look at America's streets, not as tourists, but as witnesses to a crisis. Homelessness and the fentanyl epidemic are reshaping our cities and the lives within them. This isn't about blame, it's about understanding, empathy, and seeing the people behind the headlines. As we travel from coast to coast, we'll explore why so many are losing their homes and how fentanyl has tightened its grip on communities. It's a heavy subject, but one we can't ignore. Our goal: to reflect, to connect, and to seek hope and understanding. Let's begin our walk through America's changing streets. Let's start with the basics: a roof over your head. For millions, that's no longer a given. In cities like LA and San Francisco, luxury towers rise next to tent encampments. The rent for a tiny apartment can outstrip a full-time paycheck. There's a shortage of affordable places to live. The result? Vacant homes and homeless people in the same city. The housing system is failing millions. Until we fix this, the crisis will only deepen. Now, let's talk about what's harder to see: mental health. The cracks in our mental health care system are visible on every street corner. Many with serious mental illness end up on the streets, unable to access care. Decades ago, we closed psychiatric hospitals, promising community care that never materialized. The result? People with schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, PTSD, left to fend for themselves. Homelessness makes mental illness worse. The trauma, stress, and violence grind people down. Even those who were stable can develop anxiety, depression, or PTSD from life on the street. Addiction often follows. When pain is constant and help is out of reach, people self-medicate. It's not about getting high. It's about surviving another day. Mental illness, trauma, and substance use are tangled together. Our support systems are siloed. Shelters, clinics, detox centers, all with barriers and waiting lists. People fall through the cracks and cracks, unable to get help for all their needs at once. The system is a maze with no exit for many. The result is what we see: people in crisis, visible reminders of a broken system. They are not nuisances, they are evidence of our collective failure. We can't fix homelessness without addressing mental health. The wounds are deep, and they're everywhere. Until we treat the whole person, the cycle will continue. The crisis is not just on the streets, it's in the systems meant to help. We must see the humanity in every person we pass. Only then can we begin to heal. The American dream promises that hard work leads to a good life. For many, that dream is fading. The middle class is shrinking. Good jobs with benefits are replaced by gig work and low-wage service jobs. People work multiple jobs and still can't make ends meet. Inflation hits hardest for those living paycheck to paycheck. Economic inequality is widening, and the safety nets are full of holes. A generation ago, a factory job could support a family. Now, even a degree doesn't guarantee stability. When factories close or companies downsize, entire communities suffer. Families lose homes, savings, and hope. Older workers find their skills obsolete, facing a job market that's moved on. Economic precarity creates constant anxiety. One setback can mean disaster: divorce, illness, job loss. These aren't bumps, they're cliffs. Many who end up homeless did everything right. They were just unlucky in a system with no cushion. The street is often the last stop after a series of economic blows. It's easy to blame individuals, but often the system made the choices for them. They are casualties of an economy that values profit over people. The winners win bigger. The losers lose everything. The middle is disappearing, and more are falling through the cracks. The crisis isn't just about poverty, it's about the erosion of opportunity. When the middle collapses, the whole society is at risk. The faces on the street are the human cost of a broken promise. We must reckon with the reality that the American dream is out of reach for too many. Housing, mental health, the economy, these are the kindling. Fentanyl is the match. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Originally a medical painkiller, it's now a deadly street drug. Illicit fentanyl is cheap, potent, and easy to smuggle. Just a few grains can kill. It's showing up everywhere. Heroin, cocaine, counterfeit pills. Users often don't know what they're taking. Every dose is a game of Russian roulette. Overdose deaths have soared, not because more people use drugs, but because the supply is so deadly. Fentanyl's reach is wide: teens, students, chronic pain patients, long-term addicts. On the streets, fentanyl accelerates the crisis. It's cheap, strong, and brutally addictive. The high is short, withdrawal is agonizing, and the cycle is relentless. We saw the toll: people frozen in the fentanyl fold, city blocks in a trance. It robs people of energy, will, and consciousness. First responders revive the same people again and again. Librarians and baristas are now on the front lines, finding overdoses in bathrooms. Families live in fear of the next phone call. Fentanyl didn't start the homelessness crisis, but it's made it deadlier. It's turned poverty and illness into a crisis of life and death. The poison has seeped into every crack of society. Its effects are devastating, and the crisis is growing. Until we address fentanyl, the fire will keep spreading. The stakes are life and death, every single day. This is the new face of the epidemic. So where's the help? The systems meant to catch people are overwhelmed and full of holes. Shelters are overcrowded, with long lines and not enough beds. Many avoid them, choosing tents for a sense of safety and autonomy. Rehabilitation and treatment programs are scarce, with long waiting lists. When someone is ready for help, the window is often slammed shut by delays. We lose people in the waiting period. Social services are underfunded, and caseworkers are stretched thin. The system is a maze. Need an ID for services, but need an address for an ID. Need to be sober for housing, but need housing to get sober. It's a bureaucratic labyrinth that punishes people for being in crisis. Well-meaning organizations do their best, but the scale of the crisis dwarfs their resources. There's no unified strategy, just a patchwork of disconnected efforts. It's like fighting a forest fire with garden hoses. The tools are inadequate, and the crisis keeps growing. The lack of a robust, compassionate support system is the final piece of the puzzle. Without real investment and coordination, the cycle continues. The system isn't designed for the scale of today's crisis. Until we fix the holes, people will keep falling through. The effort is noble, but the need is overwhelming. This is why the crisis persists. We've seen the crisis: unaffordable housing, mental illness, economic pressure, fentanyl, and broken support systems. It's overwhelming, but ignoring it won't help. The people on the street are not statistics, they're our neighbors. There are no simple answers, but we must start by asking the right questions. Change begins with empathy and the will to do better. Thank you for watching and listening. This conversation must continue in our communities, our cities, and our homes. Together, we can raise awareness and inspire change.